All right, my friends, I'm super excited about this module, this strategy. This is a skill. This is a skill that you'll develop that can make you so much money, help your impact to spread so far, help so many people on your team win, right? Help so many people get to that first like level of life transformational extra income of 200, 500, $700 a month. End of month culture. Okay. I want to show you something. I want to go back to, I'm going to go back to this picture right here of our weekly bonuses. Now, you'll notice that we really figured this out in the last 3 years of massive growth. We really have been doing this strategy that I'm going to teach you for about 5 years consistently, but it's just started to hum like a machine the last couple of years. You'll notice that there's these spikes almost every like 4 weeks without fail, 4 or 5 weeks. There's a big spike in our weekly bonus, this one that's down here below. Those are the week's earnings based off new people joining that is connected to the last week of the month. Okay. Every single end of the month, our team has a culture of all out massive action sprinting. I shouldn't say our whole team because our team is hundreds of thousands of people and it spreads now way beyond even our own personal influence at times. But the people that are our personal runners, man, the end of the month is sacred. And it's a time where you can do in the last week, you can double the volume that you did in the 3 previous weeks of the month if you follow this specific strategy. So again, this is one of the things that I learned in that phase 2 when we were making a good full-time income. This is one of the things that helped us to shift our culture, shift our momentum, and get to these higher levels of income that we're at right now. So let me teach you how this works. Let's say that you're a distributor and you have a new rank goal for this month, right? And your goal is 5,000 in volume, okay? There's and I learned this for this strategy. I want to give credit to Todd Falcone because it was his video on YouTube. I've never met the guy, never talked to him, but his video on YouTube teaching me this concept has made me so much money, and it's helped us expand our products into so many homes. And so I'm super grateful to Todd Falcone. But let me explain this to you. So the idea behind this strategy is that you're going to create fire. You're going to create a wildfire with your team during the last week of the month, a wildfire of activity. Now, what happens if you get a big log of wood, and you take a lighter and you try to light that log on fire? Is it going to catch fire? Yes or no? No. There's not enough power in that lighter to light a big log on fire. You're going to burn the wood, but it's going to take a long time. It's going to be really hard to get that log on fire. So what do we do? If you've ever lit a fire, you know that you're going to create a structure. Some people do the TP structure. I do more of like a block structure. Anyway, you have your structure of the logs, but inside you're going to put maybe some paper, you're going to put some kindling, some little sticks, and then you're going to put some bigger sticks, and you light the paper on fire, or you light the little sticks on fire. And as you light those little sticks on fire, they burn, create more fire that lights the bigger sticks on fire, that then will get the even bigger sticks on fire, that then get the log on fire. And it's the same with your team. If you want to create momentum in your business, you need to look in your depth. You need to look at the newest people, the brand new people, or all of the people that are in the depth of your organization. And you'll see you don't need to have a big organization to do this, but sometimes what we do, our tendency is like, let's say I'm this guy and my new rank goal is 5,000 in volume. I'm going to go to the 2 people that are my main 2 leaders or builders. And I'm going to say, hey guys, like you each need to put in another 1,500 in volume, and I'm going to hit my rank, right? That's like the worst way to lead ever, right? To be like, hey, you should do work so that I reach my goal. Doesn't work, right? And it's not inspiring to them. And it also is overwhelming. Who's going to go out and brand new in the business, the last week of the month, they're going to do thousands in volume? It's just hard to do, right? So what do we do instead? Let's say that this is your current organization. This is your team. This is everybody that's signed up on your team right now. And on the last week of the month, starting that week, you're starting out with 2,800 volume on your team. That means that each one of these people did 100 points in volume, whatever that is for your company, right? There's 28 people there. We need to almost double that volume in 1 week for you to hit your new rank goal. Instead of going to those 2 people who are on your front line and saying, hey, I need each of you to put 1,000 volume in, right? That's not how we drive the end of the month. So what we do is we recognize people even for the smallest rank advancement and achievement possible. Like me and my company, we have our first rank is when you do 500 points in volume in a month. And we recognize people when they hit that rank. It's like a party. It's like we're doing a banner on Facebook or on Instagram. We're shouting them out in the stories. They get celebrated for doing that effort, putting in that effort, right? And so what happens if this is your team, the beginning of the last week of the month, you're going to go down and let's say you've got this guy right here. Let me grab my pen. You've got this guy right here. Okay. He's got 2 people on his team so far. So he's got 300 in volume. You're going to go to him and say, hey, Johnny, did you know that you're only 200 points away from becoming a manager or whatever the rank is for your company? You hit 500 in volume and you are going to hit the next rank in the compensation plan. And Johnny's going to be like, what, really? What does that mean? And you're going to be like, well, financially, it means you're going to get that fast start bonus that you normally get when you sign people up. But it's really the first step. It's a chance for you to have social proof. We're going to post on social media. Your friends are going to be able to see that you're having success, or your team is going to see that you're making steps, that you're moving forward. And it's a part of the stair step, right? You're going to walk up each rank until you get to the top rank. It's going to take you time, but the first step is this rank of manager. We want to recognize you as a manager this month. We have 1 more week. What do you think you could do to bring in 200 more in volume, right? And then he's going to say, well, I could do a couple more presentations. I could do 10 more one-on-ones, or I could do another class or another group presentation and invite 10 people. And if I sign up 2 people, then there we go. Or if I sign up one person with a 200 point kit, then I'll be a manager, right? And you say, awesome, dude, Johnny, can I count on you to hit manager this month? I want to recognize you as manager this month. It's going to be so good for you, so good for your team. Can we plan on this goal? Can you set up those one-on-ones, right? And then you commit him to the activity that's going to guarantee that result happens. Okay, that's step 1. So we do that with Johnny, right? Then what happens? Above Johnny, we've got this next person. Now this person, let's say the next rank in your business is 1,000 in volume. Well, if Johnny hits 500, and then this individual right here, they have another 100 because of their personal order. They haven't even put anybody in the business yet. But if they do 400 more, they're going to hit 1,000 in volume. Okay. That's the next rank. So you can go to them and be like, hey, listen, Sally, Johnny, I just talked to Johnny. He's super fired up. He's going to hit manager this month. He's got everything aligned. He's got his presentations planned. He's going to hit 500 in volume. You have 100. That means you'll have a total of 600. That means there's only 400 in volume missing for you to become a director or whatever your rank is, right? That's 1,000 in volume. And you treat these little ranks like they are everything, because they are everything. It's the beginning of building belief and success in your distributors. So many times we only recognize the fastest, the biggest results, and et cetera, and you're missing out on the magic of the strategy, creating that heat that rises from the bottom up. So he goes and he's like, wow, really? I could be a director? What does that mean? And you say, listen, you're going to get that fast start bonus. You're going to be recognized as a director. Your team is going to see that you're growing. You can post it on social media if you want, and people will be like, what's that business he's doing, or Sally's doing, right? I forgot it's a she. Anyway, and then you say, okay, what could you do to bring in 400 in volume? And he thinks, okay, well, I could myself maybe buy another 100 in product. And then if I sign up 3 people with 100 kit, then I'd be there. And then you're like, okay, great. What can we do to guarantee that result, that you have 3 new people joining this week? How many presentations do you need to do? What is your average close rate, right? And he can think and be like, wow, well, typically when I do 2 group events, I close 5 people, at least 2 people, 2.5 people in each event, right? And you say, great, Sally, I keep forgetting it's Sally. You say, great, Sally, are you committed to doing 2 events to just guarantee that you have, 3 or 4 new people join? And she's like, yeah, totally, let's do this. And you're creating this fire from the bottom up. Okay, see that? What's the next step? Then you're going to come over here to this other team. You're going to do the same thing. This person, same thing. They're a couple hundred away from manager. They can close that up in a month. They can increase their activity, get a couple more signups, and hit manager for them that month. Then this guy up here, let's say he needs 2,000 volume. You're skipping this blue guy because he's not maybe active in the business right now. He's not interested in building at this time. This guy right here. Okay. But this guy is. So you're like, hey, dude, listen, I talked to this person, I talked to this person, I talked to this person. They're all going to do this much in additional volume. They're committed to it. They've got the activity plan. That's going to put you only 300 away from the 2,000 volume rank of executive. That's going to basically double your volume this month. What could you do? Are you open to hitting, executive or whatever the rank is? And you get them excited. You show them the vision of what this is. Do you guys see how this creates this team collaboration and energy? Now, these people are all new, so I'm not expecting them to do this work. I have teams of mine today that I don't even do this at the end of the month because they're already diamonds. They're presidential diamonds. They're leaders who are independent of me. But those who are not, I'm gonna carry them on my back a little bit. Sometimes you need to do some of the work and show through your example. Then other people can follow you, but they don't know that they need to do this at the beginning. So you're gonna go to them and you're gonna show them. You're gonna teach this strategy through your example. Now look at the magic that happens. Now let's say you do the same thing with these 2 people down here. They're brand new. They're excited, so they want to hit manager too. You get 2 more of them committed. Down here on this other. Now all of these people, they're like, yeah, I'm kind of checked out right now. These guys right here. Oops, let me see if I can grab my pen again. So these guys right here, they're maybe like, yeah, I'm checked out. I'm not really doing much right now. So they just stay where they're at. They're just gonna ride the month through the end, right? Which is fine. But down here, you find this other team, and you're like, hey guys, let's get you to manager. So you get that guy to 500. You get this guy to 1,000, right? And then you yourself, you're like, wow. If I just do 300 more in volume, guess what? I'm going to hit my 5,000 volume goal. So it's not about you going out and producing 2,200 in additional volume by yourself. No, once you get a team, you learn how to drive that team, create that energy, that momentum, get that fire burning down low with the little sticks, the kindling, right? Get them excited, get them achieving these little goals it's not that much extra effort, but it's a huge achievement. It's a huge first step. And then that compounds and everybody above them is going to be able to hit their goals, right? So we treat the last day of the month like it's sacred, right? And we do the work of looking down into our team, taking people by the hand, showing them a vision, saying, look, here's your path. First step, hit this first rank. Second step, hit this next rank. Third step, hit this next rank. Let's hit the first rank this month. We still have 7 days. Let's make it happen. And you can even tell them, look, this is also going to help Sally, because Sally is going to run after her goal. If you guys both hit your goal, you're both going to go out there and be able to show the world that this team is a rock star team, that you guys are making things happen, right? You guys see the energy that I bring to this? So this is one of the things that has just exploded our team over the last couple of years. And honestly, when we started doing this, it was like crickets. Okay, so those of you who already have a little team, you don't have this culture of end of the month sprinting, blitzing in this fashion. You're going to start it, and it's going to take some time. You're not going to get much reaction initially. Okay, but you just keep going every single month. Repeat it with the new people who are joining, and then reaching out to the people above them. And it's so powerful to be like, hey, listen, Johnny, who's under you, he's running for manager. You should run too, right? Then it's not like, hey, listen, you need to run so I hit my goal. It's, look, your team is running and they're going to help you hit your goal. You better run too. You better honor the fact that you've got a team that's working. Let's step up. Let's do the work. Let's hit your goals, right? So this end of the month culture, guys, it is magic. This is one of the strategies that has absolutely transformed our business. So I wanted to share that with you. I hope it's powerful for you. I hope you take massive action with your team. Start this month. Make the commitment to me. Send me a message on Instagram, Matt_Seantay, and say, Matt, I'm going to close out the month strong. I'm going to create this end of month culture for my team. I would love to know if this training made the difference for you. And again, a huge shout out. I always like to give honor to where I've learned things. Todd Falcone is the one who taught me this strategy on YouTube, and it has made such a big difference for me. So thank you, Todd. Thank you. And let's go out and let's make this end of the month your best month ever. Hope you love this strategy, this skill. This is a skill that you can grow for your network marketing success. And with that, we'll see you in the next video.